Hello, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. We're camping in Lancaster, Pennsylvania with our friends from CanvasCampers. And we're making mini Brie Tarts to have around the campfire. So come on in, let's get cooking. Hello, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. Today we're camping in Lancaster, Pennsylvania with our friends from CanvasCampers. Now we're in our travel trailer. You see I have a small kitchen here, and there may be some kids and dogs outside, so bear with us because we're filming this live. Today we're going to make mini Brie Tarts. Now I'm doing this all right here in this little area. I could have used my table back there, but I didn't want to be turning my back too much on you, so we'll make do with what's here. This is a very easy recipe, and it's something that could be served at an elegant dinner. It can be served warm or room temperature. It makes a great snack. Let's get started on them. The first thing we're going to do is cut some pie pastry. I'm using store-bought pie crust today. If I were home and had more room, I would make my own. And you can certainly make your own for this too, or you can use this product. The store-bought pastries are really fine these days. Let's just cut this open and unroll it. And actually this makes this recipe pretty fast too. Okay, I have a little small biscuit cutter that's about the same size as my little muffin tin. We're just going to cut a few out. See how easy and fast that goes. Now this really is a great thing to make when you have a little tiny kitchen like this because it doesn't take you a lot of room to operate to make it. All right, that'll be enough. And it's just that easy. Now we'll use this later. The next step is Brie. Brie is a cheese that is semi-soft. It has this white rind. Now this rind is perfectly edible. A lot of people think it isn't. You can cut it off if you really want to, but you don't have to. And especially in this application, it's going to melt and disappear anyway. Now you may have heard of Brie en croûte, which is a wheel of Brie baked in puff pastry or some other type of pastry with fruit. This is like a mini version of it. I have some already cut up, but I'll just show you some more. We'll just knead a slice off of it, right down the middle. And I'll show you the size that we want to get. Just about that size. Right there. Just that. Simple as can be. Okay. Here is my little mini muffin tin. Now you see that we've bent the edge of this down. So all my friends with RVs know the ovens in RVs are very small. So we had to adjust this pan so it would fit in. My RV friends will know the struggle is real. But that's part of the challenge and part of what I love to do. What can I make at home that I can make here camping? So this is easy. This is going to go fast. First, some pastry. Now I'll show you how to do a few. Just gently right in the little pans. You don't have to grease it or anything. You can, but you really don't have to. If you want to spray it with a little cooking spray first, it won't hurt anything. Okay. And one more. Next, we're going to add some brie. One little piece in each little cup. This again is one of those, when I put them out at a dinner party or at a cocktail party, it's one of the first things to go, especially if they're still a little warm. Now we're going to be adding some flavoring to this. I have here an apricot pie filling. This is apricots and a little bit of sugar and some cornstarch, so it's very, very thick, but it's not overly sweet, which is what I like about it. So just take a couple of spoons, and you just need just that much. You don't want to overfill it, because then it'll bubble up all over your pan and make a mess. But what will happen is this fruit and the cheese meld together in this toasty little pie crust, and you get this savory and slightly sweet cheesy bite, and it's to die for. It really is. Okay, and I have some raspberry preserves that is seedless and is all fruit. There's no added sugar. It's not jelly, it's preserves. You could use jelly like a lingonberry jelly or currant, but sometimes they really get too liquidy and little too loose for it. And again, you just need a little bit right on top. Now see how quickly this is going? What's great about this recipe too is you can set this up early in the day or even the night before and pop it in the fridge overnight. And then half your work is done. You would just take it out of the fridge about a half hour before you want to bake it off and let it come up to room temperature. Okay, now I'm going to continue and I'm going to fill the rest of this tray with these. Okay, these are all ready now, and they're ready to go right into an oven. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Now, if I were home in my normal big oven, or at your home, they would take maybe up to 15 minutes, but you really would want to watch them because they'll go from looking like this to overdone in a flash. But today I'm in my RV and the oven is much, much smaller, and so things cook a lot faster in it because it's a smaller space and the heat is more concentrated. So since it's going to be a lot faster, I'm going to check these after about 7 minutes. In they go. Okay, so these were in the oven for about 10 minutes in my little RV oven, and I took them out and I let them cool for another 5 or 7 minutes because they were like lava when they came out. So I'm just going to take them out of the pan and onto my little tray here. Now you can see the crust is slightly golden, the cheese is melted, and all of the fruit has melted down also and mixed with the cheese. Now there are a few that are a little overfilled, but that's okay. They'll still taste good. So I'm going to use my paring knife just to loosen a little bit, and out they come. See how simple that is. Now you have this beautiful, tasty little bite. That's beautiful. Oops. Alrighty. And there's one's a little overfilled, but that's okay. Okay, now I will continue to take these out and we'll plate them up, and then I'm going to be making many, many more trays of these. It's off to the campfire.
Thank you.
So these are warmed mini Brie Tarts. There's raspberry and apricot.
Which ones?
The yellow is apricot and the red here is the raspberry. Did you catch that?
Sure did. Thank you so much.
Take two, they're small.
I'll try one.
You're a college kid. You need to eat many of these because you're clearly a starving college kid.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sweetheart.
So how fun was that? I'm glad I saved a few for myself because our friends demolished them. So let me taste one. It's a perfect little bite for a nice little cocktail party. So, as always, we're going to put the recipe up in the comment section of YouTube. And we want to hear from you. What would you flavor your tarts with? Or try my recipe exactly and tell me what you think about it. Now, as always, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe because you don't want to miss another episode of Let's Celebrate TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Peter Lee. Cheers.